I am bad at racing games, and I will probably always stay bad at racing games. There are several reasons for this, all of which I will talk about quite extensively in this very video. Dirt Rally. The subject of this video is a game that feels nostalgic to me. Not because I played Dirt Rally as a kid, which wouldn't make any sense either way, because this game was released just a couple of years ago, but because I played a Colin McRae Rally PC game on the home computer when I was younger, with a steering wheel and everything. I would race against the times of my dad and older sister, never even getting close, crashing into any surface on the way to the goal. I truly sucked at that game, something that I've internalized and kept up with until this very day, because I still suck at racing games. Not only because I am a perfectionist, something that I will speak about later, but because I don't like braking. Hi, but you can just simply call me Amazon. Today we slide into a lot of debris and countless bystanders as we take a look at Dirt Rally, a game developed by Codemasters and published by EA. I will try to disassemble the rally genre wheel by wheel to find out why Dirt Rally feels so goddamn good to play, hour after hour, race after race. The very first of these races will make anyone not anointed to the unruly and heavy controls of a rally game whimper. I played the first race over and over and over, restarting until I finished in the top 3, only to realize that it didn't really matter, because you are just instantly thrown into another one in the same country, often on the same course, but reversed. This is the first and hardest to swallow pill that Dirt Rally offers to its players. It's the pill that will make half of its potential players leave and never come back after a single grueling race, and the pill that will instantly hook the other half, giving them an experience akin to nothing else out there on the market. Well, except for Dirt Rally 2.0. This pill contains the simple fact that perfectionism will not get you very far into Dirt Rally. Perfectionism will make the game's career mode into a slow descent into boredom, and the game will soon feel like just another boring piece of work taking away from your otherwise fun library of games. There are ways to perfect certain parts of Dirt Rally, but you will never genuinely perfect it. There's this analog nature to this game. A concept that I've mentioned in the Skate 3 video I did a while back. There's this sense of unruliness and high potential here. I feel like if I played for long enough, no corner would be too hard to go around at high speeds and no hit too hard to recover from. But I never really got that far. But that's fine. I'm not going to play this game forever. Dirt Rally's driving is unlike any I've ever played. In fact, the first turn my co-driver so professionally told me about was the first corner that I crashed in. This game doesn't hold your hand at all. The first corner is also when you realize that this game is unmistakably realistic. Both in the sense that the vehicle that you're in fact piloting follows the laws of physics just a tad bit too much, but in the sense that this game doesn't really care about you as the player. It demands that you confine yourself to its limits. It really doesn't care that you think it's too challenging, not even giving you any help outside of the shoutcasting co-driver and extensive video tutorials that I didn't watch. This is so in-your-face refreshing that it shocked me and retained my attention for the entirety of its first set of races. Dirt Rally has a game mode where you verse other cars in real time, Rallycross. I didn't really like Rallycross all that much, so I won't speak about it. But the main mode, the various tournaments that quickly ramp in difficulty, spanning countless races in different countries and locations therein, is otherwise empty of opponents. But that's when I met my now sworn enemy. The various other characters that populate the otherwise lonely world of time-based racing. Because this game doesn't feel empty of opponents. In fact, The names that populate the screen seen before and after a race is more than enough to write a narrative in your head, including racing against yourself. You start to form opinions about these imaginary racers, seeing their times and comparing them to your own. That's why Dirt Rally doesn't feel lonely, even though it definitely should. This is another great reason why Dirt Rally is so immersive, both in the sense of completely and utterly stealing all the motor functions in my hands and gluing my eyes to the screen as I sweat thinking about the upcoming queue to write, but also in the sense that it has solid and believable world building. It builds this world almost entirely with the names of other drivers seen on the scoreboard. The game doesn't need a narrative, because this game just writes itself in these small moments. You keep a lookout for these NPC names with their own trials and tribulations, because NPCs are somehow often worse than even me. Slow and steady wins the race. That expression doesn't ring completely true here though. Sure, you could probably win any race that is long enough for anyone else to just die of a car crash, but in these campaigns, you don't have that kind of leeway. Instead, the expression is greatly useful when not on the verge of losing, but on the verge of winning. There's no reason to risk it all for a lower time if you're already in the top 3. You'll make that time back by being consistent, not by being the fastest. Because this game does want you to go fast, but it wants you to last for 3 to 5 minutes straight without as much as a single mistake. You will probably not win most races. In fact, you will probably stay in top 5 until you get really good, but that's okay. You're not here to win every race, you're here to win the season by being consistently great, not amazing at everything. That's not human unless you have a rewind mechanic or inhuman skill. The soundscape offered in Dirt Rally is meticulously realistic all the way through. The cars roar as you fly off the starting line with such viciousness you can feel it in your stomach. The tires squeal as you frenetically brake just a tad bit too late in anticipation of a hairpin, bumping into a nearby obstacle. Your co-driver tells you, nay, begs you to quote, not cut, unquote, as you fly off a cliff in the sunny mountains of Greece. This all adds to the already immaculate immersion that this game brings in the form of the gameplay and its world building. The music, something you only hear when you're not driving, is awesome. As of writing this video, I have been listening to 2 songs on repeat from said OST. This one being one of the songs you hear after finishing a race, called Watching the Wind, an almost nostalgic sounding track that I will use in the background of my future videos. The other song is called Confront the Unknown, a track that plays when watching a replay of a beaten race. This is also a track I will use from now on in the background of my videos. Another great one can be heard when tuning your vehicle before a race. A song that almost beats like a heart in anticipation of the upcoming race. A cool song with some real suspense. Driving, however, there's no time for music. You will not hear a single tune playing on the radio as your co-driver screams at you. The graphics. Oh, the graphics. I don't want to lie and tell you that this game looks on par with most other racing games, because this one just doesn't. What I will tell you, however, is that this game's graphics never got in my way. They are more than passable and they don't detract from the immersion or the game in any way, really. So, what's the moral here? Well, I started this game with the premonition that I would be really good at it, just like every other racing game. Don't get me wrong though. I'm not actually good at racing games. As it turns out, I'm just really good at rewinding / restarting / playing on a difficulty that is just too easy for me. This game, however, taught me to sit the F down and let the game shit on me for the first couple of races. But after a long and always hard journey, I got better. But so did the competition. It taught me to slow down and go for the win in the long run, to be consistently good. not dangerously fast most of the time. It showed me the art of letting the weight of a car turn corners, not the steering wheel in my sweaty gamer hands. It's a game that showed me to just go with the flow sometimes, take risks when I have to, and the fact that slow and steady doesn't win the race. But it also doesn't put you dead or dying in a snowy ditch of a hairpin in the Swedish rally tracks. And that's the story of how I stopped accelerating and started loving the rally. The dirt rally. Thanks for watching. So, I've been writing on and off on the Minecraft video. There's an outline and some footage that has been captured, but nothing major yet. That's the Minecraft update. Next, let's talk about a video that I really want to make by the end of the year. I want to make an awards show-like video about the games that I've played this year. The top 5 games or the top 5 most disappointing blah blah blah, you get it. That's about it for now. I'm going to take another week or so to break in between videos to work on the Minecraft one, releasing a video every 2 to 3 weeks instead of one every 7 to 10 or so days. If you haven't already, consider supporting me on Patreon and gain perks like voting for what video I make next or just some cool behind the scenes stuff. The second tier of patrons also get 1 week early access to my videos, which is pretty awesome. But that's it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.